With the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle films in theaters now, there are a few video games to go along with it. Mutants in Manhattan on consoles may not have lived up to expectation, but now there's also TMNT Legends for mobile devices, based on the Nickelodeon cartoon, but does feature some stuff from the new movie Out of the Shadows. But does this game have enough turtle power to be worth your download? Or should it just be banished to Dimension X? Tmnt Legends is a new turn-based action game on mobile devices that uses the characters and the styling of the Nickelodeon cartoon currently airing. In the game, you take control of a team of 5 characters from the TMNT universe. You'll start off with Leonardo and Karai, and you'll get various different characters and villains from the series that will be able to join you. You'll then set off into a level and have to defeat waves of enemies. Each wave is set up with 1 to 5 enemies for you to battle, and there is a bar above each character's head that will fill up, and then it'll be their turn to attack. You'll then press on which of their attacks you would like to use. Every character has at least one default move, but there also are new moves to upgrade and unlock the farther you play. Each character and enemy that you battle is a different element, whether they be water-based or machine-based, and each of this is kind of like a rock, paper, scissors, so certain ones will be weak or strong against other ones, so you always have to keep in mind before entering certain levels. You may go into one of the tougher levels and end up being defeated, but if you switched out one of your characters, you may have a much easier time in order to actually beat it. The game is broken up into 7 story chapters. Each of the chapters has a different amount of levels. You start off with only 3, but the later chapters have 7, 8, or 9 levels for you to complete in order to get through it. There is story between certain levels, but it's very bare minimum at best, with just a character portrait and then some dialogue at the bottom, depending upon which character is currently talking. It's usually only 3 or 4 sets of text before you actually end up jumping into the level, and there's sometimes some cutscenes at the end of the stages that are the exact same as those. And while the Out of the Shadows movie is predominantly displayed on the TMNT Legends page when you go to download the game, there's only the bonus Out of the Shadows pack that's a limited time, so I'm not sure how long it will be available, but of course for the duration of the film, I'm sure it'll be up for quite a bit, but I'm not sure if they'll be adding other limited-based stuff later on down the road. While the game is very simple and almost like a turn-based RPG, the fact that you're not messing with equipment or being able to choose which individual stats or anything like that get upgraded on the characters, the only thing you do get to mess with is the abilities. Each character has their base attack, but also has the other abilities that you'll be able to upgrade when certain conditions are met. But outside of that, there's really no customization to be had, and after only an hour or so of playing the game, it already started to get a bit boring. You do get to level up your characters though. When they do level up, automatically will health and attack and such go up, but you can only level up your characters to the level that you currently are yourself. Your avatar or whatever levels up as well as your characters when you're going through particular levels. When you reach a level, you'll then be able to upgrade the max level of your characters that you're currently using. One thing that I definitely like about the game is there is a lot of characters from the TMNT cartoon and the 4 turtles from the current movie that you'll be able to get and play as. The problem is they are locked behind a lot of microtransaction styles of paywalls. Yes, a lot of them you'll be able to slowly unlock if you play the game long enough, but by the time that you would be able to unlock most of the characters, including the 3 other main turtles, as you're only given Leonardo for free, you'll probably have already given up and moved on to a different game. To unlock the characters, you're going to need that character's DNA. To get that DNA, you can get it from the random card packs. Thankfully, they do give you a mystery pack every few hours to kind of entice you, but the actual packs to unlock the other various items are so expensive that it really isn't worth it. The bronze level is $10 alone, then $20 for silver, and $50 if you want to unlock a gold pack of cards in order to try to unlock the more specialty characters. The other way of just finding the DNA, when you complete a chapter, you'll be able to go back and replay the levels again, just harder versions of them. Every chapter and level will have a different character's DNA that's a possible unlock, but the only way you'll get it is for completing that stage and getting a 3-star rating, which pretty much just means none of the characters you're playing as ended up dying during the course of the level. In order to even enter a level though, you're going to need stamina, and in this game's case, it is pizzas that you'll be using as your stamina. You start off with a base amount, but you do gain more the more levels you end up earning. The thing is though, when you're out of pizzas, you're out of luck and won't be able to enter a stage, with stages being at least 6 for the normal versions and 12 for the harder versions, which is the ones you're going to want to play over and over again in order to get those DNAs for the characters that you actually want to use in the battles. The other thing is you're limited to how many times you can replay a level in a day. You'll only be able to play it 3 times before it'll then have to recharge. So if you're looking for one character in particular's DNA and you find the level that has it, you may be out of luck and have to wait several actual real days in order to be able to complete it. You can use microtransactions in order to help you out though. The game uses greenbacks as its in-game currency, which the minimum amount of 200 greenbacks is going to cost you at least 2 actual dollars. The 200 greenbacks will last you a tiny bit of time, being able to buy some pizzas so that you'll be able to refill your stamina. The lowest amount of pizzas is 50 and it costs 50 of the greenbacks in order to even get that. So it'll run out relatively fast though if you're consistently playing the game for even an hour or so. Now besides the DNA that you're going to need for characters, you'll also get random other items throughout the course of playing through levels and through card packs, like parking cones and stuff like that. These are used to get the new abilities on the characters you already have the ability to actually play as. Not only do you need to find at least 2 parking cones and 2 of this and 2 of that, you're also going to need to have mutagen that you'll use to level up your characters. Thankfully, you don't need the special items in order to just level up their base, but in order to upgrade their abilities, you will need to have both the mutagen and the special items. Leveling up a character early on will only cost you 50 or 60 or 70 mutagen, but the farther you go and every level you gain, it'll cost more mutagen to instantly be able to level them up. They do slowly gain experience through the course of actual battles, but the amount of battles you'll have to do, it will take quite a bit just to gain one single level with any of the characters that you're actually using. Mutagen works just like everything else with microtransactions. You can buy more if you want to spend actual cash, but you do earn a good amount through getting card packs, the free ones at least, as well as you will get mutagen for completing stages. So I hadn't quite run out of mutagen. It was actually the last of the microtransaction based items I ran out of, but still, it's there and you will need it in order to be able to help your characters. Overall though, I do like the presentation. The graphics aren't too bad overall for the character models. The game ran fine and didn't crash on me during the course of me playing through it. I also do like the selection of characters, even if they are based on the new TMNT cartoon designs. If you're not a fan of that, you may have a little bit of problem, but the fact that there is a good amount of characters for you to unlock is pretty cool. You can even get Bebop Rocksteady, Baxter Stockman, Muckman, Mondo Gecko, and quite a few others, as well as 2 different versions of each of the Ninja Turtles. The problem is though, the game is filled with the microtransaction paywalls that will immediately stop your progress not too far in. If you're one of those that will only play it for maybe 10 or 15 minutes at most a day and are willing to wait 24 hours in order to fully experience and play any more levels, then you may want to go ahead and check it out. But if you're going to want to play it for more than that a day, you're probably going to run into just one of those paywalls, and if you don't want to pay it, you're basically stuck. While I did have some initial fun, the gameplay is bland and just okay at best, and then the microtransactions just dampened my overall experience. If you have a younger gamer that has their own mobile device or one that they borrow from you, make sure that you don't have billing information saved on your phone, because it is very easy to make microtransaction purchases in this game, and they are quite expensive. That $50 Legends pack, which it will kind of guide you towards if you're not careful. You'll see a character on your title screen, you'll be like, oh, how do I actually get April O'Neil or one of these other characters, and you'll click it, and it goes right to buying the legendary pack of cards for $50 actual dollars. So just be cautious when it comes to those kind of things. So in the end, I'm going to be giving TMNT Legends a 2 out of 5. Bit disappointing. I was really hoping for a great new Turtles game, whether it be console or mobile this year, but it just doesn't look like it's going to be the case. In the end though, guys, that will wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.